watching this video, you already know by now. The new Speedmaster Snoopy is here. The watch is fascinating and definitely has some tricks up its sleeve. But here's the bigger question. Is this the best Speedmaster Snoopy yet? Omega received the Silver Snoopy Award in 1970 to celebrate its crucial role in the space program, more particularly the timing of the engine burn for exactly 14 seconds that set the course of the Apollo 13 to get back to Earth, and in this process saving the lives of the astronauts on board. In celebration of this milestone, Omega thus far has produced 3 Speedmaster Snoopy watches. This is the 3rd iteration of the watch, and the big question is this the best of the 3? Now, if we really look at the very first Silver Snoopy, this was a watch that actually resembles in a lot of ways the traditional Omega Speedmaster, and it has the Snoopy emblem embossed in the 9 o'clock chronograph register, and if you turn the watch at the back, it actually has this Snoopy logo on the back too. Now, this particular watch, I think, is a watch for the purists. You know, if you like the traditional look of the Omega Speedmaster, you would probably love this watch. But I think the real highlight in this series has always been the 2nd generation Snoopy. Now, this watch came out in 2015. It was completely unexpected into the level of success it would achieve. This watch completely embraced the comic book motif of the Snoopy history, and it was completely decked out in black and white. Even the indices were blackened. It had luminova on the Snoopy, even on the tachymeter bezel, which I think the new 3rd generation Snoopy watch does not have, which I think is a shame because that is a beautiful feature to have. But probably the most interesting part about the 2nd generation Snoopy, to me, in my mind, is the 2 lines on the dial. The first one is you have Snoopy kind of lying in the somber position with the thought bubble that says failure is not an option, and this is probably the sentiment that was going through every single NASA employee on the ground crew as well as in space, saying this is not an option. And it really captures the drama of the situation in a way that none of the other watches do. And then the second line in this whole conversation is, what could you do in 14 seconds, which really highlights the role that the Speedmaster played and how crucial that 14 seconds was in setting the trajectory right for this watch. So I think this 2nd generation Snoopy was an extremely successful watch. Today it retails at 4 to 5 times its original price, and in a sense it has created this halo effect because of which people are seeking the 1st generation Snoopy, and possibly because why there is such a hype around the 3rd generation Snoopy, which probably may have not been there if it weren't for the success of the 2nd generation. Now, the 3rd generation Snoopy is a limited production. It is not a limited edition, and that is something very important for people to realize. And given the whole industry is kind of in a slump, every brand is trying to make whatever profit that they can get. It is very highly likely that Omega is going to capitalize on this and sell probably 5 to 10,000 pieces of this watch, because again, keep in mind it is a limited production. If there is a very high demand, this is their chance to capitalize and make a profit on this piece. So that said, but with the animatronics at the back, you have the Snoopy shooting out of a shuttle as soon as you activate the chronographs. These are all beautiful features on the watch. You turn the case back, it's got this metallized moon, it's got this animatronic Earth. Very unique, very cool, something unlike Omega has done on any of its previous watches. But is it as good as the 2nd generation Snoopy? I don't think so. In fact, I don't think if it wasn't for the success of the 2nd generation Snoopy, there wouldn't be this hype around the 3rd generation. But those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think about this piece. Let me know what you think about such discussions. Please like and subscribe if you like this discussion, and I'll talk to you later in another video. Thank you.